I think it's such a brilliant script. It's real and it's just so cleverly written. And when I was reading Mikey, he's such a vulnerable, kind of lovable character. He had so many different layers to it. So yeah, I remember I read the script and I sent off my self-tape, and Victor asked, director, he asked for one scene, and I was like 2 or 3 scenes. I was like, here you go, have it all, just because I loved it so much.
I feel like this role helped me really grow, and that's all you can really ask for in a project. I felt like I learned something about myself through Pam. I've learned to have a little bit more confidence in myself and trust my instincts.
I think Mikey finding the different levels to the character was also really difficult to find, because you want to find this kind of lovable side to him, the innocent, vulnerable side to him, but there's more than just that. Obviously, of his background, he's got a deeper story, so you don't just want to find this one-layered character, you kind of want to find the levels of him. He's not necessarily innocent, he has had a troubled past, and he has made mistakes, so you want to find that as well within it.
Because it's a character that I'm not similar to, so yeah, there were points where I had to try and brainstorm and just put a bit of character work into it. But yeah, I think it's when you're on set and when you're in the scene, it's a little bit easier.
I think it's hard to hate Pam, to be honest. I mean, it's very hard to hate anybody. But I guess I felt so much empathy towards her, and instinctively just wanted to, if it was me, I would be screaming through the screen at her, But we make choices to make ourselves comfortable, and some people aren't brave enough for change, or aren't brave enough to change their world, and so they listen to others, and they take that kind of advice or that kind of lifestyle upon themselves. What I loved about her was she did actually, apart from having her life seem somewhat kind of controlled, and her maybe not necessarily going in the direction she had probably hoped to or thought would make her happy, she does make the choice to reconnect with her brother, regardless of the other people in her life who don't agree with that decision. And I really admire that, because it's a very difficult thing to be estranged from the unconditional love that you have for your family.
He's quite an optimistic, and which is obviously hard in the times he's in. It's hard when you've been arrested for a crime you haven't committed. But I think he finds the positive within a lot of it. He's had a tough upbringing, as I was saying, with him and his sister Pam. They've grown up. They've not had the parents there. They've not had a father figure. So I think he still finds the positive within it. He makes it work.
Well, the boys are both a pair of messers. I'm not gonna lie. They are both hilarious, and we had a lot of fun and laughed a lot, which was really great, because the subject matter is just so intense, and the scenes took a lot out of us. So it was great to be able to have that kind of balance, once we weren't rolling or working on things together. But also in running up to, and also with Victor running up to the actual shoot, we had rehearsals, and we discussed our characters, we talked about our backgrounds, we dissected the script to within an inch of its life. We found out what our characters wanted, we found out, we talked about our relationships. I know both myself and Jack and Toby had kind of our own private messages where we would talk about our relationships and maybe give things away to each other, and then maybe not say so much. So it's like, okay, so when the scene happens, I'll give you this much information, but then I'm not going to have this much, so that there's tension, and there's, that you can see within their relationships the flaws. So working with both them and with Victor, it was just a real collaborative process.
Dorothy is incredible as well. I remember last year when it was our 3rd day shooting, and we were in a flat, and it was basically the breakdown scene. Basically, she just comes out the room when we're about to film, and she's just in tears, and she's in the zone. And it was just that is incredible. She's a brilliant actress, and working with her was very immersive and real, and yeah, very, very good. In Toby as well, he's a great actor himself. Yeah, he brought a lot of realism to the character, and also the way how he played Mikey, which was very you could push him about a little bit, allowed me as Ray to get more into character.
A liar's most useful tool, the trust of the innocents, encapsulates like every character's experience within the story and the subject matter, and how how Victor has looked at innocence and looked at the world around innocent people, or the perception of innocent people, and how those who seem to be better than they are, I guess, kind of take advantage of those who have bigger, more open hearts.
I really loved filming Pam and Mikey scene when he talks to the baby. I think that's such a lovely moment. I know it's not a line, but just that section, especially when he talks to the baby, it's kind of finding, as I say, the optimistic side of him. He's just so in that moment. He's so obsessed, but he's just so in love with this baby that he hasn't even met yet.
The line where Mikey says blue navy jumper, right, and then his response, which is like, stay away from my family, I think that was my favourite bit, because it just shows how desperate he is for this secret to be hidden.
It's been so easy, it's been so much fun. You know, as I said, it's been hard at times, but it's been so good. Like, the crew have been amazing, the cast have been amazing. I think Victor always does an amazing job with getting cast and a crew that work really well together. And I think, you know, we've got what we wanted, but at the same time, we've also had fun doing it and had a laugh.
It was so like open and respectful, and just a really, really comfortable space to express myself as an actor. It's such a gift when you meet a group of people who really, really understand what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table, and allow you to, just make your dinner. And it was very easy to be comfortable in that space, because everybody was just so focused and collaborative and friendly, and like you could just tell that everybody was there to tell the story, and that they love the story and they love what they're doing, and that just rubs off on you.